And welcome back to more Splatoon 2. Last time we continued through Area 3, getting through 3 more levels, and now we're starting with number 14, Drive to the Finish. Another Sheldon request. You're gonna have mostly Sheldon requests. I know a lot of people don't like the system, and I kind of agree that they should let you choose your weapons more often, but oh well. So we have the hero charger. Case in point, people don't like playing chargers very often. I am one of those people, so if I could avoid playing a charger, I actually would. Something I actually didn't really talk about last time was I used to actually be a Splatling main, including the mini Splatling. I used to Zinc a lot because of its weapon. I love this dialogue, if it'll play. Never mind, it didn't play. Maybe it's the wrong spot, but there's one place where she basically calls you out again for being compulsive, which I consider myself to be. So, dangerous car wash. Remind me to never get my car washed here. No kidding, Sheldon. You and me both. Okay, Agent 4, sometimes I worry about you. I wonder why. Maybe the quiet nature. Okay. Actually having to fight with a charger. Clearly my specialty. Hence me missing repeatedly. Here we have more power eggs, which is always nice. I'm just kind of combing the area, because I'm, again, slightly compulsive. This is actually a pretty short level, so I'm not too worried about going over time this time. And before, this is the one time we actually do, because I said this. Nothing there. There's an Octo Sniper over there, so that's fun. When he's not looking, so we have to kind of time it, or just rush. He can't hit us very often because of these walls, so we don't really need to be too careful, thankfully. We have a moving target here. And there you go. Not too bad. Let's get this. I think this might be important. It is not. Oh well. Now I'm thinking I might have passed it by accident. So I feel like I might have missed it. Maybe it's here actually. Good job with that thing you just did. I was totally paying attention. And that was the line I was thinking of. Not being impressed with your OCD. Nintendo's been doing that a lot lately, I feel. Breath of the Wild springs to mind. When the reward for, say, the Koroks is slightly unsatisfactory, without spoilers. I feel like Nintendo's been kind of doing weird digs at completionists lately. It's slightly odd, but as someone who's definitely a little bit compulsive, I actually don't mind, because I admit that sometimes I have completed games super compulsively, with no real reason. So I don't actually mind the digs, to be honest. I know some people do, like, feel really chipped when they're not rewarded. In the case of, again, Breath of the Wild, sort of almost punishing completionists in a way. Yeah, someone who completed Breath of the Wild, I just kind of completed for the journey of completing it, not for a particular reward. So that's why I went through with it, even though I knew the reward was kinda crappy. No pun intended. Hi. I have no ink. You can also shoot that wall there, so you have a little bit more of a wide jump. Something about not breaking bones, but we're an Inkling, so do we really have bones? I'm pretty sure that's what she says now that I think about it. So we have to actually fight things again with the charger. So, oh boy. Combat. Let's just use the Ink Storm. Ink Storm is a really good sub-weapon. That's what I usually end up using. Covers a lot of turf. Kind of flushes out enemies pretty sufficiently as well. It's pretty good. This is why I don't play Charger. This is why I don't play Charger. Holy cow, I'm bad with the Charger. People also say with a charger you need like super specific sensitivity settings. Like people say they're going with like really special sensitivity that's like really sensitive, which I don't have because I don't play charger ever. Now instead of getting the collectible first, maybe we should defeat the enemies first. How do I keep missing? Seriously, how do I keep missing? We can actually get a game over here, actually. Because this is how bad I am. I need to charge up ink. That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm being too impatient. Because people always say, if you're a charger, you have to be super patient. And I am not in this game. Holy cow, that was slightly terrible. And now you know why I don't play charger ever in multiplayer. One time I did play charger, I got like 1 kill, which is really bad for a charger. So we need to drop down all the way over here, grab the thing. Wow, I can't hit someone point blank with this thing. So yeah, let's never speak of this again. Let's never speak of this again. Somehow I'm not surprised at this horrible performance, to tell the truth. Well, let us again never speak of this again. The latest research has produced startling revelations about Inkling ink. Once thought to disappear after a while, Inkling ink is actually rapidly disintegrated by airborne microbes, aka an excuse for despawning objects. Again, I actually find this sort of thing super clever when I try to create in-universe explanations for just gameplay stuff. I actually find that really clever. Like if you ever leave an area and come back, it all despawns and oh, it just disintegrates on its own. There was a theory for a while that people had to manually come in and clean it up, which is actually kind of interesting to think about. But we have another level! More octolings, really? Okay, let's retrieve all 8 mini Zapfish. So this is Humpback Pump Track. Even Pearl can't say this level name. Pearl as in one of the MC. Why are they going with the charger? Why the frick did I accidentally pick the charger for this? I forgot to switch weapons, because this is not a Sheldon's pick level. So, oops. We are going at this with the thing. The charger. So if you want to see more fail, congratulations, you got more fail coming up, probably. So you found a key, which you want to save, actually. If we use the wrong key, I mean, if we use the key in the wrong place, that means we actually have to find a second key. So hopefully we pick the right vault. Let's try. Pretty sure this is actually a pretty straightforward one. Like, comparatively speaking, I feel like this one is pretty straightforward. A lot of hidden boxes there. Grab the Zapfish and run. See, that goes to a splashdown, but we want to save this. By the way, I hate fighting rollers. I'm bad at fighting rollers, so we're just gonna move on from that. Gonna look the other way and go on with our lives. This was a mistake. By the way, for the record, I have done this because I have actually done the 1000% in the single player. That's as much as you can get up to, 1000%. So I have actually done this, so this is not like a new experience. I just hate chargers. I still hate chargers, even though I technically have done the entire game with chargers only. Is not my preference, for sure. Again, missing basically a direct line against an AI opponent who's barely moving. Like, an actual human player would be playing way better than that, so I stand no chance, is the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so we still need to find the collectibles. I think it's this? Yep, there it is. How do I get it though? Also, where's the vault that has the, whatchamacallit, the sunken scroll? I completely missed it. Nope, running. So, oops, passed it up somewhere. Oddly enough, the guide I'm using doesn't actually say where it is, it just says it's in a vault. But doesn't say where the vault actually is. So, thanks guide. That does not help me. At all. So, I think I actually see it over there. So I think this should be it. There we go. You can use the light sources to indicate where things are. So we have to use the light to actually maneuver here. I'm gonna just brute force that. Okay. We lived. No problem. All good. I think, actually, we can do the boss. We have like 9 minutes left. Not how I intended that to go, but okay. Don't slip up and miss the new album by Wet Floor, on sale now. Their style changes like the shifting tides of ink in a battle, full color or monochromatic, smoother staccato, or lush and dripping with sound. It's rock for a new generation. So a lot of the battle music is done by this band. I do love the fictional histories of everything in this game. I just find that really cool, having so much lore. For lack of a better term. Oh, the good thing I had the charger, that it actually helped in this case. The Octostop returns. You may recognize this from the first game, actually. And you may be thinking, wow, they're already using bosses in the first game? Yeah, they were using bosses. So it's a rematch. Wait, I know this guy. It's the Octostomp. Yep. Marie knows, because she was there. Because he's back for more. Agent 3 was the protagonist of the first game, for the record. So, yeah. That was easy, you may be thinking to yourself, and yeah, well, he's learned a new trick. This is actually really clever. Brought this sweet new coat, Neo Octostomp. Unthinkable, his armor is completely uninkable. He's got a cannon too. If you have a weapon with high fire rate, that would be the time to use it. Shoot! That was me miscalculating. Gotta break the thing first, and then the battle commences as usual. So a little bit of a twist to the battle, which is kind of cool. I think this boss is just here for the humor factor, more so than, hey look, an actually interesting boss fight. This is one of those fights I was glad they didn't have in any press materials. Yeah, like this boss wasn't in any promos. I think that was really smart, because it's actually really clever. So yeah, it's a new trick. Drop down here. That's my advice. I don't know the intended way, but this works. It's slightly slow, but it's safe. I'm pretty sure that's why these are here. Once you break this, break the little buckle, the fight gets a lot easier as usual. There we go. Also, dodge rolling is a good strategy as well. We can do 2 dodges back, try to help avoid, like this. I don't know if we're gonna make the cycle. That was a little slow. Oh well. That was actually totally fine. Good run of that boss, actually. And down he goes. Another Sardinium for the books, and the Zapfish. Lips for days. Like, I don't know if that refers to the boss itself, or the lip around the arena. Agent 4, I want to thank you again for all you've done so far. I think it's time I told you about my other purpose in asking for your help. When we met, I told you I was searching for the Great Zapfish. But I'm afraid that's not the whole story. You see, even more than the Great Zapfish, I want to find my cousin Callie. She vanished on the same day as the Great Zapfish. Wait, you already knew? Phew, cool. So anyway, I'm Agent 2 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon, and Callie is Agent 1. Then there's Agent 3, who's currently out with our grandpa, Captain Cuttlefish. They won't be back for a while. I was supposed to be protecting Inkopolis while the captain was away, but then Callie, the Great Zapfish... Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. We'd be totally sunk without you, Agent 4. I know we'll find Callie if we keep looking. Think you can see this thing through? Leave now. Huh? Who's there? If you get in our way, Agent 4 will mess you up. And there you have it. We have a mysterious voice warning us to stop what we're doing. Will we listen? Heck no. Of course not. Next area unlocked. Callie and the Great Zapfish are somewhere up ahead, Agent 4. So with this, we begin Area 4, which is called... Slimeskin Garrison. Even the hub levels are getting more involved. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do this, but it actually seems to be working. Goes without saying, this layer is kind of big and intimidating. Obviously this is a level, or a collectible. Yep, that is a level. Which is this? I'm curious. 17, so yeah, oddly enough, 16 is farther away than 17. We're not gonna do this now. We're gonna get the collectibles here and also find the remaining levels. I'm gonna find the levels off screen, but we're gonna start these levels next time along with the collectibles, is what I meant to say. So with all that being said and done, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2.